I hear things all the time like, I want to lose 10 pounds. My goal is to lose 20 pounds. My goal is to fit into a pair of jeans or a dress or whatever the case may be, or feel good in my bikini by spring break. Okay, so the first tip of three, I'm going to give you three tips today. The first tip is that is not the goal. Okay, that is the result of the things that you are going to do. So the first thing is to make sure you're setting a goal of something that you have control over. You don't have control over how much weight you lose or how fast you lose it, but you do have control over your actions. So what is that going to be? How many times are you going to work out? When are you going to work out? Make them very specific. Are you going to get more steps? Are you going to get to the gym? Are you going to work out at home? Make sure you have all that in place. Saying I'm going to work out more is not a goal. Saying I'm going to go to the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays after work, and I'm going to do this specific workout for this specific reason. That is a goal. Okay, so that's tip number one. Make sure the goals are something that you have control over. Number two is make sure they are realistic. Going from not working out at all to working out 7 days a week is not realistic. Okay. I do less, like dial it back even one notch of what you think you're going to do, right? Because best laid plans, this is why January 1st is like everyone's like, I'm not eating carbs, I'm going to the gym every day, right? How long does that last? Not very long. You want to make sure it is something that is going to last. Make them short term. Okay, you can always increase. So, what can you do this week? When my clients come to me and they are overwhelmed, what I tell them is, what's one thing you can do? Don't worry about all the things that are in your protocol. Worry about one thing. Can you go for a 10-minute walk? Can you increase your protein today? What's one thing that you can focus on? Okay. So think about your one main goal for the week. And if you do more, great. But then you don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, I didn't meet my goal of, you know, eating 10 cups of vegetables and working out for an hour every single day, right? Make them short term, make them realistic and things that you have control over. Okay, and then the last thing is make sure that this is something that you are going to do forever. So I don't want you to make a goal of like this week, I'm not going to eat any carbs, or this week, I'm not going to have any dessert or any sugar. Because what happens when we make goals like that is our brain automatically only wants that thing. Have you ever done that where you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to have any sugar all week, even though I have this delicious cake in my house, or this thing coming up, or I have chocolate, whatever the case may be, and all you can think about is that. And that is like the deprivation alone is enough to make us want it more. It's better to relax those rules a little bit and say, hey, okay, I'm going to follow an 80-20 rule. I'm going to leave room for this one treat a day so this doesn't feel extreme. If it is something where you have to like white knuckle your way through a diet or through, some arbitrary rule that you have made for yourself because you saw it on a YouTube or Instagram or whatever, make sure that it's something you will still be doing 6 years from now. Okay. So if you're like, okay, I just want to increase my protein, I'm going to increase my protein by 10 grams a day this week. That's something you want to continue, right? That is a lifestyle change. So focus on those incremental lifestyle changes that you can continue forever rather than doing an extreme for 1 week that you're going to drop like a hot potato. Okay. So let's review. Number one, make sure it's something that you have control over. Number two, make sure that it is short term. And number three, make sure it is a realistic goal that you can do for 6 years, not just 6 days. I hope that was helpful. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to try to do a video a day, and I'll talk to you soon.